So the Lakers lost game one, with game two being just right around the corner at the time of this recording. The Lakers find themselves down one. Hola, damas y caballeros, boys and girls, and the technical rainbow between. I am Beck 824, and the Lakers have a few things they need to tweak. And I wrote down a couple notes by going back and watching some film, just to see what the Lakers can do to fix that problem. Now, number one is overhelping. Whenever the Wolves got into transition, somebody would come on the weak side to prevent the easy coast-to-coast layup. However, that will always result in somebody being open in the corner for an easy three. I mean, the Wolves just couldn't miss from three this game, actually. Even in the third, I think they were like perfect from the right corner alone. I think it was like 3 of 3 or 5 of 5 from the shot chart. Anyways, just like a... Ooh, can't say, can't say that. My niece and nephew watch these videos. What's another word for it? Like a cheap friend, the Wolves would just be working that corner. And it wasn't even on corner threes. You know, they would always find a way to find an open man. Somebody would come in, try to double, and the next thing you know, it would just be another open three on the wing, DiVincenzo, or whoever may be. So that was really annoying. But that they just kept going into that. The Wolves were just drive and kick, just on repeat, and that's how they got into that 30-point lead. Another thing I wanted to get into was the poor defensive performance. In the second quarter alone is a perfect example of this. The Lakers scored only 20 points to the Wolves 38, and from there it was never within reach. Now, don't get me wrong, the Lakers did a great job in keeping Rudy Gobert in foul trouble and also slowing down Anthony Edwards, but the other guys on the team stepped up. Naz Reid, McDaniels, they were just red hot this game. And so by the end of the third quarter, the Lakers seemingly just gave up. Sure, we did cut it down to win in 13, but at that point, Anthony Edwards went to the locker room with a calf strain, but as soon as he came back, the lead was still very much out of reach. But there's also guys like Julius Randle, who honestly looked his best. I know he's not known for his playoff performances. You know, he's not exactly had good playoff performances, but this is honestly one of the best ones he had in his entire career. You know, I can live with Julius Randle hitting a three, but what I can't live with is Julius Randle hitting a wide open three. And so that's what the Lakers need to do, is be more aggressive on defense, which goes into the third thing I wanted to get into, is being more physical. The Lakers just got bullied down low. Like, the Lakers would find, you know, their most favorable matchup would be like LeBron James on Randle, but as soon as Randle or anybody else found Austin Reeves or a much smaller guard like Gabe Vincent within the paint, they would just body him and just get the easy sky hook or hook shot or whatever it may be. It was just barbecue chicken for them down low. Another thing I wanted to get into was LeBron James and AR were a no-show, especially Reeves. He was being hunted to extinction in game one. Sure, he ended the night with 16, 3, and 3, which on paper is pretty good, but he had some really loud turnovers, which the Wolves were able to capitalize on, scoring 23 points just off of those alone. Now, this isn't shade, this isn't me hating on Austin Reeves. I just simply believe that he can be a lot better. Now, James, on the other hand, he definitely needs to be the tone setter for this team. He's the veteran. He's the guy who has won 4 chips, X, Y, and Z. So, with him, you know, not putting in his effort, the other guys are simply not gonna put in their effort as well. But regardless of that, he went scoreless in the first quarter alone. Sure, he had a couple blocks here and there, but he also got blocked himself. I think one of them was from Randall, of all people. So that was crazy. I know it's well documented that LeBron James likes to use game ones as a feel-good game. You know, he likes to try to understand his opponents before turning it up in games 2 through 5 or whatever. But still, when your team is down 30 and you're not performing at the level that you're supposed to be, both AR and LeBron, I don't know. I mean, I hope the Lakers could come in game 2 swinging, but last thing I wanted to get into was Lakers need to share the rock. Luka was the only one doing anything offensively. This is mainly because the Wolves were doing great, forcing them into ISO ball situations. Now, this doesn't fall on the shoulders of LeBron or AR, but it falls on everybody else's shoulders. Guys like Dodo, Rui, whoever may be, were just forced to attack the paint or forced into ISO ball situations, and the Wolves just were right there to disrupt them on the passing lanes and, you know, getting in their, just making them uncomfortable. The Lakers on the night only had 15 assists to the Wolves 29. Sure, we may have slowed down Anthony Edwards scoring-wise, but he's still honestly an underrated playmaker. So that's something the Lakers need to fix going into game 2. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to follow me. I do all kinds of Lakers news. Until next time, everybody, see ya and stay safe.